And yeah, you did mention the Dallas Cowboys. And so let's just stay right there. Hopefully, you Cowboys fans are still in the comments because we're going to cover a game this week. And this week's game of the week, the Dallas Cowboys versus the 8-1 Minnesota Vikings. Anthony Handy, I know this hits close to home with your wife being a Cowboys fan. My dear buddy Janae, Cowboys fan. We know Ash, David, all these people that somehow have this disease of the Cowboys fandom. I don't understand it.
Wait a minute. Babe, you lucky my wife does not watch podcasts. She'll be like, disease, huh? Okay, I got something for you.
Well, I apologize, Mrs. Handy. I do apologize. I did not mean that. But, talk to me about this one because we know what the Vikings have done. We just saw they came back against what everybody thinks, against the Bills, who everybody thinks is going to the Super Bowl. The Cowboys are 6-3. They won a couple games with Cooper Rush, but now Dak is back. Zeke was hurt. Pollard is doing okay, but they don't really scare you. Talk to me about this game.
The Vikings are better than everybody thought they were. The Vikings have never really been terrible, but they've never been dominant. Not in recent years, and so they are They are one of those surprisingly good teams in the league this year. They seem to be enjoying it. They're out there having fun when they play. Your former quarterback is doing the whole Magic Mike thing. They're having a blast doing what they do, and they are looking really good doing it. Yeah. On the other side of that coin, we have a team. Wait, Sean, what month of the year is it again?
It's November.
Ah, okay. It is, huh?
Yeah, it is.
You don't have it every month of November, right? Hold on. Veterans Day, Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, that team that everybody thinks is going to the playoffs starts pulling the Diddy Creed and showing us who they really are.
Hey, I got you. Hey, look, I got you.
See the reality. We've been talking about this. David's like, he was excited in September. He was excited in October. All of a sudden, November came and he went, oh, what's happening here? And then now December's about to come, and it's the Dallas fans recognize like, oh, we peaked too early.
Man, look,
here we go.
Every year in that trade, God. every year since 97, 98, when the dynasty guys retired, and that trade is never late. Yep. I mean, Tony Romo balling out. He got one good vertebrae left in his back, and that was getting ready to run out. And November came, and he's like, you know what? I'm retired. Like, seriously, it's just,
yeah.
I don't, I mean, can they prove us wrong? Maybe. I think they have a little touch of the guy that sits upstairs in the booth and still has too much say in what goes on. But that's my 2 cents. I think that team that plays in Arlington is far too talented to underachieve annually the way that they do. And I mean, we saw it. Green Bay lost how many games in a row before they won on Sunday?
Right. 5, yeah.
Wait. 5? I thought it was 3. Green Bay lost 5 games. You lost to Janae. Your squad lost to a team that lost 5 games in a row.
To be fair to them, there is this. So everybody talks about like Bears, Packers, and I get it because we're in the division and we are the oldest rivalry in the NFL. But no one thinks about Packers and Cowboys because they really do have a long-standing rivalry. Every time the playoffs came, the guys that knocked them out of the playoffs was the Packers. It's just they have a storied history, and Aaron Rodgers beats them all the time. I mean, Janae it's just there's something. It's just happens.
9 out of the last 11 games, I think. Aaron Rodgers
it's ridiculous. Like I don't even know how to explain it. So. My only upset is y'all let him get started, and I don't think he's gonna stop now. That's the only reason I'm really mad. Not because y'all lost. It's like God, now you guys ignited this man.
This guy.
Anyway, but yeah.
I wanted to ask a question. Out of those 9 of the 11 times that they won, had the Packers lost 5 games in a row before they
No,
played them?
no,
Okay.
no, they
I'm
haven't. No,
just
no. To
getting
be
a look.
fair,
Okay,
no.
see, okay. Your Honor,
To be
States
fair.
Exhibit C. I'm just trying to make sure I get all this stuff right. So you're talking about a team with an aging quarterback
Yeah.
playing against a team that is relatively a team with an aging quarterback with no superstars other than
They
him
did it.
and the coach that
Yeah.
lost 5 games in a row. That means that they had won a game since the first part of October.
Basically, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
October, before it got cold, before the kids came around and the costumes begging us for the
whole
diabetes
nine.
candy and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And y'all, that's the team
It's
you lost to.
It's
I
You
know.
lost to the Mushroom Man.
But look,
Come on, Jerry, you let your
there's an
boys
X
lose to the
factor.
Mushroom Man.
There's an X factor, and this is what it is. Like Delilah, and I'm coming to you, Delilah. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers seems to have Dallas's number.
He just does.
On the flip side, we know on paper the Vikings have Dalvin Cook, Thielen, Jefferson. They got Hawkinson. They got a defense, but they also have Kirk Cousins. And if there's one team that Kirk Cousins calls daddy, I'm not afraid to say it. It's the Dallas Cowboys. He has had terrible, terrible luck with the Dallas Cowboys, starting in Washington. And even last year, when the Vikings were doing solid, they lost to Dallas again. So that play, we know Aaron Rodgers, like Anthony said, he had nobody, and he still was able to get the job done. So we know that messes with people's psyche. Could that mess with Kirk's psyche? I know you like that and everything, but he can't seem to get over the hump of beating Dallas.
I don't know. I think, you know what? I think last week with the change and stuff, that little ritual they did to play, they activated the powers of his 6-pack. You know, like he went Super Saiyan, so he's ready to. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. It's almost like
they both lose.
I would like that.
Only if it's a tie. Only if it's a tie.
Right.
That's the only way they both lose if it's in a tie.
Delilah, what do you think?
Man, I just gotta say, listen, I'm actually concerned only because they are going and they're playing at Dallas. You know, and it's a Thanksgiving game. It's like, so there's a lot writing on it. I'm actually surprised that that's not the evening game. It's the midday game. Yeah. I kind of feel like it should be flipped, but whatever. I feel like that should be the Thursday night Thanksgiving, like after we eat. Anywho, but yeah, no, it's possible if they do what they did to the Bills, right? Or not, but not trail. I don't mean that. I mean, they got to go out there and put points up on the board right away. Because regardless of this loss, their defense is really great. I'm not going to take that away from Dallas. They have a really strong defense. And so, like, even though, like, they lost an OT to Green Bay, let's not ignore the fact that their defense is super solid. Micah is definitely going to be out there eating. He's definitely going to go for Kirk Cousins' throat, like, what I'm saying? Like, and so I feel like that they need to quickly put points on the board. They got to figure out how to get that run game going. They got to make sure that JT, to mix in Hawkinson, because they're going to be all over JT. And we know that he can make catches, but is he going to do this every game? We know statistically it doesn't really work out that way, right? And so they really need to make sure that they mix in some of your other, wide receivers, your tight ends, and Hawkinson and Thielen. Yeah. Like, they actually have two really strong tight ends that they can actually pass to, kind of mix it up, because they're gonna triple like Justin Jefferson. There's no way that he's not gonna be completely like covered and crushed. And so like they gotta have a game plan for that, because Dallas, that's basically what they're gonna cover. They're gonna make sure that kid can't get the ball. They're gonna go after Kirk. We know that he gives up interceptions, right? So like we know he gives up the interceptions. We saw he gave up 2. And so like that defense is going to go after them hard. So I think that they definitely need to not trail. They actually need to go in winning. They have to go in ahead.
Start fast. Absolutely. Absolutely. So this is actually the Sunday game on the 20th. And then they also, then Thursday, the Thanksgiving game's 4 days later. So both of these teams in the next,
that's week, right. I'm sorry.
But both of these teams in the next week play 2 games in 4 days.
Ooh.
So this game on Sunday is going to be one thing, but then you talked about Dallas has the middle game on Thanksgiving. Yeah. They play the Giants, who are no slouch.
Yeah, sorry.
You know what I mean? And then the Patriots play Minnesota. So this is going to be quite interesting. Delilah, I'm going to come to you. What is your score prediction? Who do you think is going to win this one?
I'm still going to give it to Kirk and the Minnesota Vikings. I think they're going in hot. They're on a hot streak, and I think it's going to keep going. But I think it's going to be by a field goal again. I think it's going to come down. I think that if there's a jinx, there's something with those field goals.
Yeah.
And I think that Vikings will win by a field goal.
Oh, I like that. Mr. Handy, what you think?
I got the Vikings by roughly a little more than half the score. I'm saying they ain't going to be no more than 5.
More than 5?
No more than 5. It's going to be somewhere in that 3 to 5 range. Like a touchdown will put them up by 5, and that's what's going to be the difference.
Okay.
I like that. Last year, Dallas won 20-16. And Zeke potentially comes back this week. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna make this pick just because I don't want my fiance to make me up to show me pictures of Kirk Cousins with his shirt off and chains on again. Dallas wins 21-20. All right.
All right. Cool.
I think honestly,
woo, that's hella close.
right. But I think, to your point, we know Kirk Cousins is prone to throwing interceptions. That defense is pretty solid, and if you can get Zeke and Pollard going, Dallas can be a threat. Now, I don't want to see them win, but I think that them having these 2 games within 4 days is going to be a big issue for them. But I think they escape out of this one. So we'll see. We shall most definitely see. Handy.
Sir.
Oh, I already got yours. I got everybody's. All right. Sorry.
Yeah,
a little flustered here. We're good.
He said that with his whole chest, just so I don't have to hear about Kirk with his shirt off.
Listen, he was thinking of Nick at home, sick in bed in spirit. Okay.
Right.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.